Zhuzh the hair. Zhuzh the hair. Zhuzh. Oh, I look crazy. Hello everybody, welcome back to Making It Up. I'm Isa and welcome back to another installment of Makeup 101. This is a series that I started last year and I basically just break down every area of makeup and show it to you guys. I teach you guys my tips and tricks. I think I'm almost done. If you haven't checked the rest of the episodes in the series, I'll leave the playlist in the eye and I'll obviously link it down below. Today I'm talking all things lips. I've learned some tips and tricks along the way that I wanted to teach you guys and show you. So if you're new to makeup and you don't know what the hell to do when it comes to lipstick, and make sure to keep watching because I'm gonna explain everything to you right now, okay? As always, I like to start with the basics, and the first question I always ask is, what is lipstick? Now with other products, I find it easier to explain because, you know, not everybody knows what concealer is or corrector and stuff. Everyone knows what lipstick is, right? It's just a product that really transforms your lips. And that segues perfectly to our next question, which is, what does it do? It just transforms your look. It adds something to your lip, it finishes off a look, and it gives you, you know, a complete look. It also can be a look in and of itself if you're not doing anything else and you just want to look put together. Boom! Lipstick is there for you. It's just something that'll complement your look, or it will be the focal point of your face, and that's what it does. Lipstick makes your life better, okay? Thank you. If you have any other way to explain lipstick to beginners, let me know. I am blanking right now. So now we move on into territory that I know a lot better. You might know what lipstick is, but you might not know all the different types of lipstick that there are. And trust me, there are a lot. Let's start off with our regular, good old bullet lipsticks. They're the most common. Everyone knows about these. They've been around for the longest of times. They come in many colors, many finishes. Everyone does them. I have this one right here that's orange. It's by Kiko, and it's beautiful. And then we have another one by Maybelline. So yeah, everyone does them. High-end brands, drugstore brands, there's different finishes. There's glossy, satin, matte, super matte. You know, there's a little bit of everything, and I really dig them. Next, we move on to liquid lipsticks. These have been coming out, I feel like, in the past 10 years or maybe less. They're a lot newer than bullet formulas, but they also come in a lot of different finishes. Most people know liquid lipsticks to be like matte, like this one by Kat Von D. They're matte. You put them on your lips and they dry down like the one I'm wearing right now. But newer formulas have come out where it's kind of like a liquidified formula, like the ColourPop Satin Lips, where they're kind of long wearing, basically super pigmented, but they don't dry down. But they're still a liquid lipstick. But the thing is they come in a tube and you put them on your lips, okay? That's what they do. Then we have powder lipstick. I don't know if this is, I think this has been around for a long time, but it just started getting popular again. Chanel has some, and then other brands have some as well. I don't personally own any, so I'm not gonna be able to share that formula with you, but I'm pretty sure that powder lipsticks are just mostly a matte formula depending on what you mix them with. Now, of course, if we're talking all things lips, we have to talk about gloss. I have this one by Glossier right here. This is a clear one, but there are so many different types of glosses. There are glosses that have glitters on them, clear glosses, creamier glosses, you know, some that have more pigmentation than others. But yeah, gloss is gloss. Goop on your lips, beautiful, shiny, reflective, never matte, always glossy. Okay, now that we've got the basics out of the way, it's time to learn how to choose a lipstick. Just like with other products, you really have to consider the look that you're going for, always, always. If you're looking for something for every day, if you're a minimal makeup wearer and maybe you just want something that will, you know, spice up your look every once in a while, I would say go with a nude. If you want something soft, obviously nudes work perfect for that look. If you're really into bright makeup or you just want something that'll be a pop of color every once in a while, I would definitely suggest you go for something that's really bright, like a red, a pink, an orange. I think those colors are really beautiful and they suit everyone. So yeah, if you're just looking for something, maybe you're someone who just likes to apply lipstick and leave the rest of your face bare and just want something that makes you pop, or maybe you're just looking for a lipstick for special occasions. Bright lips always work for that. Now, if you're someone who is really into bold makeup and you want something that's bold to add to your collection, maybe to wear every day, it depends on your taste, then go for something that's more vampy. It makes you look really sophisticated and mysterious, and if you're looking for that, if you want that look for yourself, then definitely go for a vampy, more burgundy lip color. And then one last thing I'll say is that if you love having many options, you can definitely pick one of each or multiples. If you're planning on becoming an obsessed makeup lover like me, then you're obviously gonna collect them over time, but if you just want a super well-rounded collection with one of each, then definitely go for that as well. Another important thing when you're choosing deciding what lip product to buy is definitely considering the finish and the look that you want on your lips. If you have dry lips, I have super dry lips. Most lipsticks that I own are always more satin and glossy formulas because I really hate when my lips are like defined, like the cracks of my lips are defined and look ugly. I don't like that. So if you want to avoid that and you have mostly dry lips all year round, go for something that's more satin and glossy. They're comfortable and they'll work best for you. They won't accentuate the lines on your lips and it's just gonna be easier for you to manipulate. I use a lot of mattes as well and I've found formulas that work for me, so it's all about what your lips need. If you don't have textured or overly dry lips all year round, then you can literally do whatever you want. You could do mattes, you could do, you know, glosses, satins, anything. You can literally do anything. Your lips are perfect and I envy you always. But all in all, after having said all that, I think it's more about finding the formula that suits you. It's just, I think you all need to experiment and find the formula that you love. So yes, I definitely think you have to take into consideration what your lips look like and what your lips need, but don't let that be the deciding factor. Like, just say, oh, I have dry lips, I cannot wear mattes. You know, just don't let that be the deciding factor. Let it be a factor when you're deciding, but don't let it be the deal breaker. And now we move on to yet another part of choosing a lipstick, which is picking a shade that flatters you. There are a lot of shades that I love, but not all of them flatter me, and that is sad, but you know, what can we do? I don't think it matters which finish or color that you want, because more often than not, every single shade of lipstick will have a warmer tone and a cooler tone. And as we've learned with all of the other areas of makeup, cool and warm tones are always present in makeup and in your face. As always, if you have a warmer skin tone, picking a shade of lipstick that is warmer, it doesn't matter what color. If it's warmer, most of the time it'll probably suit you. So if you're going for something that's nude, try to go for something that's peachier as opposed to something that's pinkier. Again, going into the warmer tones. If you're going for a red, go the more orangey route, so an orangey red, a terracotta. Those colors will definitely flatter your skin tone. And if you want something that's vampy, I definitely recommend going for something that's burgundy, still has some of that red and the warm tones meshed into there. If you have a cooler skin tone, go for something that's more pink and mauvey if you're looking for a nude. When you're going for a red, look for something that is more blue based. This will also help your teeth look whiter. And if you're going for something that's a little bit vampier, I recommend something that's a little bit more purple. Obviously not like completely purple, but something that's infused with purple. Again, these will probably suit you best thanks to the undertone, but that is not a rule you should like live by. Again, experiment. Try things on your face and see what happens. Okay, so now we're moving on to lipstick tools now. All the other makeup products that I've talked about up until now have had the same tools. Today we're doing something different because I'm doing lip products. So yeah, the tools are different. The first tool I want to talk about is also a product, and it's a lip liner. This is a great tool because it's perfect to define your lips and change the shape. So if you want to overline or you want to do something like that, this is perfect for that. And it's also perfect to, you know, make the guidelines so that you don't go out of the lines and you don't mess up your lipstick like I constantly do. It also just will make your job so much easier if you're going in with something that's bolder. This is a great tool. Moving on to the next tool, which is the tool that I just used a few minutes ago to apply this. Lip brushes are so underrated. Excuse me, I use a lip brush for everything, okay? They're the best. They're great for beginners. It doesn't matter if you're doing nude or a bolder color with a lip brush. I am not a beginner and I still use lip brushes for bolder colors because they give me a lot more control as opposed to like a wand or a bullet. Having a lip brush is just super useful for really precise placement. If you want something that's really neat or you're just experimenting, learning your lip shape, this will help you out a lot and it will make it so much less intimidating. And the last tool that I want to talk about might be the most unconventional tool that I've ever shared. Q-tips. I have a Q-tip right here and this is a lifesaver. If you ever fuck up your lipstick, this will help you remove it. It will help you remove it and it'll make your life so much easier. And trust me, at first, if you're a beginner, you will make mistakes. Again, I'm not a beginner and I fuck up my lips every single time I apply lipstick. So yeah, Q-tips have definitely been good friends. Okay, so to start off the demo, I'm gonna show you how to line the lips / overdraw them a little bit. It's a thing that's really common nowadays, overdrawing the lips, but it can look not natural if you don't know how to do it. Lining your lips is all about following the natural shape of them. So if you have a really pointy Cupid's bow, follow that. If you have a really rounded one, follow that. That way it'll give you the most natural look possible, but you're still, you know, defining and overlining the lips. If you really want to overline, my tip for you is to overline the Cupid's bow and the fullest part of your lower lip, so like the middle center of your lower lip. Those are the areas where overlining will look most natural. If you try to overline the sides, you kind of end up looking like a clown, which isn't a great look. I'm using Spice by MAC right now. And I always really like to just pause and evaluate if my lips are looking even on both sides, because obviously lips aren't even. Never. They will never be even unless you know, get fillers and stuff. But for me, they're not even, and that's fine. So making sure you line your lips as well on both sides, it's really important. As you guys can see, I overlined mostly just the top right here and then kind of left this as natural as possible. Same with the bottom lip. A lot of this is fake, but you can't tell. So that is how you line and overdraw your lips. It takes practice. I'm still not perfect at it. I can tell that this isn't completely even, but I don't like to fuzz about it. And I also kind of did fill in my lips with the lip liner to make it easier to blend the lipstick on top. Okay, so now I'm going to be demoing just a regular good old lipstick, bullet lipstick. It's going to be a nude. I have this one by Maybelline. It's called Clay Crush. It's a matte. It'll last me a long time, but it isn't uncomfortable to wear. So I'm just going to apply this on top of the lip line. This is really, really easy. You can go in with a lip brush if you don't feel confident, but for the most part, nudes are the easiest to apply. And if you feel like you ever went overboard in some areas, you can always go in with a Q-tip and just run it along the areas to clean it up. Okay, so now that my mouth is a little bit messy, I've removed that, and I'm going to demo a bold lip for you guys right now. But I'm also going to be demoing a liquid lip because it's a different formula, and it's kind of tricky and messy if you don't know how to work it. So basically, my favorite thing to do when it comes to liquid lipsticks is to always apply it with a lip brush. There are people who love doing it with a wand, but I just cannot. It is too hard for me. I have really tiny lips, and they're not perfectly shaped, so a lip brush is going to be your friend, trust me, especially if you're just new with it, because it's also going to distribute very little amount of product. Most of the times if I'm doing a bolder lip, I like to do more matte transfer proof formulas. There are liquid lipsticks that are in matte, as we've already discussed, but most of the time if I'm doing vampy or reds or something that's bold, I like to keep it matte transfer proof so that everything is as mess free as possible and I don't have to reapply every 5 minutes. And I'm going to be using my Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in Pioneer. It's my favorite formula and my favorite red. Okay, so as we can see, this isn't looking great right now, and we're going to have to clean up a little bit, but this is part of the whole demo because I want to teach you guys how to clean up if you make any mistakes like I do. Okay, so if you feel like the shape of your lips isn't even, you look at it, you see little bits and cracks and areas that are just not looking good, you can always go back in with your lip liner and just perfect that. So my last tip that I have for you when it comes to cleanup is to go in with a tiny, tiny, tiny brush and some concealer. I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Concealer, and I'm just going to use a tiny bit of this and run it just on the outer edges of my lips. Okay, and there we have it for the demo. This is the final lip. Doesn't look perfect, definitely doesn't, but that's just because my lips aren't perfect, and you're definitely gonna get better with practice. But yeah, these are my tips on how to apply them, and I really hope you guys think they're, wow, I just like farted with my mouth. True that. Okay, we have finally come to the end of this video. I hope it was a really helpful one. I know that when I was starting out, if I would have watched a video on how to apply lipstick 101, it would have been really helpful, and I would probably be a lot better at applying lipstick than I am right now. If you have any lipstick tips, and I really hope that you guys do because I need all the help I can get, and I know beginners do too, leave them in the comment section. I love it when you guys just share your tips and the things that you know in the comment section. So yeah, do that. Make sure to subscribe if you're into super easy and real makeup content. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I post a lot of weird things there, but also a lot of makeup content. So if you're into that, follow me there. And I think that is it. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I really, really appreciate it. We're slowly growing, and I am so happy about that. My heart just grows in size every time I see my subscriber count go up. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.